Hello everyone, Sparrow Vision. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for tuning in to Sparrow Vision Studio, where we post music videos, movie reviews, a little bit of things we find on in the news, courts, whatever we can. Just sit back, relax, and have a good time. I heard about this case. This is a few years ago. And then I just watched the short documentary on HBO. This is a traffic stop. This happened to a young lady in Austin, Texas. First, let me tell you that I don't condone the way the officer handled the situation, but I do know from first-hand experience that an officer has to take control of the situation. Has to. You cannot win an argument on the street with an officer no matter what you do. It's all about attitude. The way I've always tell people is the way that I get attitude is going to be how I give out attitude. You come at me with nice respect, that's what you're going to get. You come at me with harsh tone, that's what you're going to get. It's all about attitude. You're never going to win an argument on the street with an officer. Never. My advice is always comply with the officer, no matter, even if you think it's wrong, comply. Fight it in court. You've heard a lot of times where charges are dropped because the prosecutor will admit either there's not enough evidence or for whatever the reason may be, charges are dropped. When you go in front of a judge, that's when you have your attorney fight for your rights. This happened, like I said, in Austin, Texas. We're only getting bits and pieces because this is what the documentary wants us to see. I will tell you that there's a lot of racism in this short video. I am going to fast forward a lot on her story and just focus on the traffic stop and arrest. The lady is by far very intelligent, very smart. She is a good, outstanding person for what she does with helping kids. I give her all the applause for that. There are two sides to every story, and then there's the truth. I do not agree with the way she handled the situation. I do not agree with the way the officer handled the situation. With that in mind, we're going to get right to the video. This is called Traffic Stop on HBO. Now the whole video is only 31 minutes long, but we're going to fast forward to from her telling her story, what she does and everything, and we're just going to concentrate on the actual police video of what took place.
We're not helping anybody. All that good stuff.
Take a seat back in the car, please. Take a seat back in your vehicle, please. Okay, ma'am, we're being pulled over right now, so I need you to take a seat back in the car. Yes, ma'am, I'm not joking. This is your driver's license. You're being stopped for speeding.
But I'm already stopped, so technically you didn't stop me? Because
Yes,
you didn't
ma'am.
pull me over because I'm parked.
You only talk, ma'am, you were about to go inside without a wallet, so I know you're only coming here because you know I was coming to pull you over.
Mm-hmm.
I can ask them to stop you if you've already parked, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is your driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take a seat back in your car so we can close the door. Put your feet back in the car so I can close the door.
Please hurry up.
Okay, ma'am, stand up for me, okay?
Okay.
No.
No, why are you touching me? Oh my God! Oh my God!
Stop resisting.
Where's the
Stop
gun?
resisting.
Where's the...
Stop resisting
I'm
right now. Get out of the car.
I'm getting out. Let me get out. Do not
So
touch
I need
me.
one of Wendy.
Do not touch me.
Get out of
I'm
the car
getting
now.
out. Ow! Oh my God!
Okay. From the very get-go, there was a standoff with not complying. At first, I thought the officer's attitude was a little harsh, but at the same time, he's performing a traffic stop. She questioned him from the very get-go by jumping out of the car. Well, I'm just going over here. No, you're not. You're being pulled over for a traffic stop. She started arguing right away. When he told her to get back in the car, put your feet back in so I can close the door, she failed to do so. Still wanted to argue with him, and that's when he's like, I'm just going to take control of the situation. That's what police officers are trained to do, take control of the situation. Now, this is the part we're going to fast forward a lot because it tells about what she does in the community and stuff. Like I said, I give her praise. She's a very educated woman, very smart. She works with children. Great thing. I have no problem with that. We're going to concentrate only on the traffic stop.
I do know why. Let me see.
Okay.
I was pulled over by an officer. I was asked to get back in my car. I complied. I did what he asked me to do. And I was sitting in my car. And I'm just like, oh my God. I don't know why, but I don't trust you. Now I do know why. I did not trust him.
Okay, now, right there she said she did what he asked her to do. Yes, she did comply with 90% of what he asked her to do. When he asked her to put her feet back in, to close the door, that is for his safety. That is to stop her from trying to get out and running or doing, that is for his safety, is to close that door. Okay, now we're going to fast forward a little bit because again this tells about her, what she does and stuff, but we're going to concentrate only on the traffic stop.
From who I am. And I tell them, I said, Miss Kingsbury, I think a lot of the times the biggest issues with kids are, I love them so much. Oh my God.
Okay.
I love them so much. I just want them to take from me. I want them to be able to think for themselves. And if they're able to think for themselves, then the sky is not even the limit.
Okay, now here, clearly she's fighting with the cops. Resisting by not doing what he's asking her to do. He has to take control of the situation. This I totally agree with to certain extent. Um,
Put your hands behind your back.
God, why are you doing this to
Put
me?
your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Put your hands behind
Oh
your
my
back.
God.
I'm about to tase you.
Leave me alone. Are you serious?
Put your hands behind your back right now.
Will you let me get down, please?
Get down.
I'm pissing off the stuff. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, come to
Put your hands behind your back.
That's what I was doing.
okay, clearly that's not what she was doing. It clearly shows her gripping both hands together so he could not get her hands behind her back easily. When he kept telling her to do so on her own, she refused to do so. She tried to get up several different times. He has to take her to the ground because that's where he can control the situation. This is what police officers are trained to do.
Are you serious?
And you see she's still trying to get up.
I'm trying to put my hands behind my back. Are you serious?
Oh. Andrew, we're ready for Get up.
Ow! Bitch! Look at him!
Yeah.
He's treating me like shit! Just do anything!
Look at these.
Don't me! He's a black police!
All right, right there. The way he picked her up, yes, forcefully. I don't agree with that. Again, he's got to take control of the situation, yes. But now she's saying she wants a black police officer, like that's really going to matter. This is where racism comes in, and it plays a big part in this whole video. I am sick and tired of hearing black, white, Hispanic, Mexican, whatever it is. Why don't we just identify people as that? People. A male, female. Doesn't matter what race you are, what nationality you are. It should be classified only as male, female in my book.
Because you're full of bullshit! Why are my hands so high?
Alright, why are her hands so high? This is another technique police officers use to control the situation. Yes, it's very painful. It's designed to be painful, but it's also designed to get control of the person. I watched a video of a fight that happened in Waffle House between several different people actually fighting. The first three officers showed up trying to get control of the situation and could not do it. Then they called for backup. Another officer came in, and you can tell this guy meant business. He came in with his taser already pointed, ordering everyone to the ground, and you knew without a doubt he meant business. He was not going to take no BS from anyone. He went to the store employees to find out who was fighting, and those are the ones that he arrested. He took control because of his actions, and that is what police officers are trained to do, is take control.
Everybody down. We got one to take.
My hand is so high!
I got it.
My hand is so high!
See, she's still trying to fight.
Ouch! Are you shitting me?
See there?
This is fighting.
Oh my God!
Now, I'm not going to lie. I would be very upset myself if I felt like I was falsely being arrested. I don't condemn her actions for being upset. But a lot of this is brought by her actions, why the situation got handled the way it did, in my opinion. Now we're going to fast forward some because it talks about her story again, and we're going to deal with the only traffic stop and arrest.
36.
People look at me and they think I come from money, but I don't. I come from a single parent home. I'm the first to have a home and own 2 cars. I'm a first generation college student. I'm the first to graduate with my master's, and I'm going to go get my doctorate.
What is she under arrest for?
Attempted assault on a PO.
Okay.
She took a big old haymaker at me. That's why I dropped her originally.
Okay.
If you're cool with that.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with it. If you think it's on the video, you think?
Yeah, I mean, most of it, I would say 90% of it's probably on video.
Okay.
Now, even the officer who has taken the report asked the arresting officer, "Are you okay with the charges?" And he said, "Yes, it's all on video." Okay.
They let Pat transport her, just throw her bone that way? Yeah. No!
Now, again, the third officer is taking control of the situation by not letting the arresting officer take her to jail, by letting another officer who was not there on the original traffic stop, who has no dog in the fight, so to say, transport her to the jail. That eliminates a lot of hostility that's already corrupt between her and the arresting officer.
Not gonna fucking arrest me! Hey, you're shaded like me, man. Like, you ever get her identified? Get him out of my car!
I was just trying to control her. She swung at me, though.
Did she?
Oh, yeah.
So tell me what happened.
Run traffic, measured at 50. She was pretty far up ahead of me. I had to...
All right, now where he says she swung at him, I did not see that. It clearly showed him yanking her out of the vehicle and automatically trying to take her to the ground. I did not see the actual swing, but I think he could be wrong. But again, we're not seeing the whole video of what took place.
I had to get my lights and signs, go through a couple of intersections. As I came up behind her, she hit the turn lane right here real quick and zipped into here and jumped out of the car. So I walked up and said, "Hey." Then she stopped, takes me back to the car, being pulled over. She kind of argues a little bit, like, "Yeah, you didn't stop for speeding. I need to use driver's license." Takes me back in the car. She kind of hesitates to do all that. She starts arguing that I'm already pulled over. You can't pull me over. Can you do that? I said, yeah, I can. And she's trying to say, well, I'm just going inside to eat. And I said, well, you were walking that way, but you didn't have your wallet with you. And I asked you for your ID. You had to go dig underneath your seat for your wallet. So I think you just pulled in because you know I was going to pull you over. And anyway, she sits back down. So before I go back to the car, say, put your feet back in. So I close the door. So I go do what I need to do. She tells me no. I tell her a couple times. She tells me no. So I'm not going to take a chance of her trying to walk off or do whatever. So I go to grab.
And that's the reason why he asked her to sit in and close the door, for that purpose right there. Which is what I said before, that is officer safety of having the person stay in the vehicle with the door closed. It's just a little bit more safety.
Grab her to put her handcuffs secure in the car because she's not being cooperative. So she just starts fighting. I mean, she yanked her arm away and went towards the passenger side. So I just grabbed onto her because I didn't know what she was doing. And she was holding on to the steering wheel the entire time. I finally got her yanked out. Once we got out of the car, she took a swing at me. She missed. But as she's swinging, I saw her coming, so I just threw her down. We got on the ground. I didn't want to hit her, so we just kept kind of wrestling. She She kept getting back up. I had to slam her back down again. I grabbed my big cuffs. She slipped out of those. I didn't want to hit her, man, and little bitty thing, but she thought it was a good little fight. I finally got her in handcuffs, and we started walking, and she starts trying to yank away again. So I jacked her arms up over her head and held her there until I got my door open to secure her in the car. She started kicking the door and trying to close it, but she's just been going nuts. Okay. She's been back.
He's still inside?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk to him first, then I'll talk to her.
No! He's such a liar! Oh my God, he's such a liar! He doesn't have a video camera on him!
Yeah, there's a video camera, but you got stopped by the police. That means stop.
I didn't, I pulled over! I need to, could you do me a favor and call my job and tell them I'm not coming?
Yes, lean back.
Could you roll my windows up?
Relax.
And
Lean
everything
back,
and put
relax.
my wallet and stuff in there?
Hold on, we're not
He hit
going.
me! He was like,
So what? We're not going anywhere.
I don't trust you guys! I need a black cop because he
Alright, here it is again. I don't trust you guys. I need a black cop because he's beat me for no reason. He never hit her. I clearly saw that from what we see when he yanked her out of the car. Everything he told the sergeant on duty is backed up on the video camera, except for the fact that he says she swung at him. I personally did not see that part, but he admits yanking her out of the car because she went to the other side. He didn't know if she was going to grab something or what the purpose was. She grabbed a hold of the steering wheel, which you can actually see that in the video camera from the cop's dash cam. He had to get her out of the vehicle, had to. But this is where racism comes in. I need a black cop because he beat me for no reason. He did not beat her. He did not hit her. He wrestled her to the ground. He did pick her up, tried to slam her on the ground, but she fought again. He was able to put her on the ground, but not by slamming.
fucking beat me for no reason. I swear on my life.
Stop.
I've never been arrested in my life.
Stop. Listen. You have to listen to me. Okay? I cannot change.
You have me in handcuffs and I didn't do anything.
I cannot change anything at this point. Okay?
And this is what I said from the very beginning. You're never going to win an argument on the street with an officer. You're never going to do it. You might win in court, but you're never going to win on the street. Just what that officer said right here. I cannot change anything at this point. He is not the arresting officer. He will not overpower what the arresting officer is doing. It doesn't matter if she called for a black officer to come in. It's going to be the same situation.
When the sergeant gets here, he'll look to the video.
Look at my arms and make sure my arm is okay, please. I heard about Trayvon Martin. Also, all of the other fallen people from the black community who didn't necessarily do anything, but their lives were taken from them.
Now, she's saying again, this is where racism comes in. From the black community whose lives have been pretty much ruined by what officers are doing. Let's go back and think about why she got pulled over to begin with. Speeding. She pulled into a parking lot, to a parking space, got out of the car, and told him she was going to go inside to one of the establishments. She knew she was being pulled over because his lights and siren was going. He followed her into the parking lot. He pulled in right behind her, and right there from the very get-go, it was an argument that she started. All she had to do was comply with what the officer was telling her to do. Now, I'm going to tell you another story. I know I'm bouncing around a little bit, but this is needs to be said. When I live in Louisville, Kentucky, the Courier Journal, which is one of the biggest newspapers in Louisville, They did an article on a young black boy who was the only black male in an all-white classroom. And they were talking about he was being picked on, discriminated against. And then I read that and I got very upset because my son was the only white person in an all-black classroom who was being picked on and bullied every single day. I went to that school several times over this. When I read this in the article, I contacted the gentleman who wrote the article and I said, you need to do a follow-up story about my son in the same situation, but this time it's reversed. And he said he can't do it. The story's already ran. It's over and done with. And that upset me even more because you didn't take the chance to do both sides of the story. Yeah, racism is everywhere, no doubt about it.
But I never thought it would happen to me.
Things got way out of hand. They didn't mean to. So we're gonna go from there with it.
Okay, so right now you're under arrest.
Why?
For speeding and for
I wasn't resisting arrest. He didn't even give me
I didn't say
money.
resisting arrest. I said you're under arrest for a traffic violation.
Really? You can't arrest me for a traffic violation?
Well, yeah.
You cannot.
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm serious, yeah. Custody arrest is allowable for everything except minor in possession.
Okay, here we're going to fast forward some more.
Notion that light skin.
Person was not involved in this.
And again, she's arguing with the officer about what he can and cannot do.
I've had people, my father in particular, call me everything but a child of God. And I had to learn that just because people are unhappy doesn't mean that they need to be in your life.
Okay, Miss King. He's going to bring the other car, the Officer Spraddle, who was not involved in this.
Him?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
going to transport you, okay?
I like him a lot better.
Okay. You just have a seat right there.
Gotta get some paperwork done real quick and then we'll be out of here. Okay? Give me just a second.
Do I have to pay to get untold?
That is between you and the tow company.
Well, why do I have to suffer if I didn't do anything?
Again, I can't answer all those questions.
They're not logical questions.
It's a logical question, but I cannot answer what you're asking because I don't know what started all this. I don't have any idea. I
Why
wasn't
did he have
here.
a partner? And then he had the video camera on him, right?
Yes, ma'am. There's one that shines out the front of that car.
No, not the front. I want him on one with him, right?
There's a microphone on him, and this video camera. If you'll notice, the screen on this camera shows all that parking lot. You can see that.
Yeah, but it didn't show inside my car or what he was specifically doing to me.
Yes, it will show all that on the camera because you're sitting right there. It's going to pick every bit of that up on that camera.
Okay. Fast forward just a moment. Again, the officer is assuring her that
I have fluid
everything
in my
was
knees.
caught on
And
camera
the fluid in my wrist.
from his body cam.
You get over the physical. But
Some people have it.
it's getting over the spiritual and the mental. Why? What's wrong with me? What did I do?
Well, I'll tell you what you did. You didn't listen to the officer when he first pulled you over.
When you're going to go up and see the judge, it may be 2 hours, 4 hours.
I have a question. Do y'all do this to a lot of innocent people?
Some people have it in for us. They just don't like us.
I don't. My sister's a police officer. I like police officers.
Do we do this a lot?
Huh?
Do we do this a lot?
Yeah.
No, because we don't like you.
But do you still believe that there's racism out there?
Yes,
And there we go with the racism card.
I do.
So how do you
Let
find
me
out?
ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. You believe it goes both ways?
I believe it does. I do.
I do too.
But I believe that, I'm not gonna lie, I believe that Caucasians has more supremacy over black people. Let's be honest. They have more rights. And
I don't
a lot more
think
people
that.
are a little afraid of black people because of everything. Honestly, what they're trying to do,
Let me ask you this.
wipe out.
Why are so many people afraid of black people?
That's what I want to figure out. Because I'm not a
I
bad black
can give you a really good idea of why it might be that way.
Fine.
Violent tendencies. And I want you to think about that. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying that I can prove it or nothing. But 99% of the time, when you hear about stuff like that, it is the black community that's being violent.
That part I totally disagree with. Like I said, the racism, I am so tired of hearing black, white, Mexican, whatever. It's people, men, women. I just, that's my personal opinion. When he said, is violent tendency, that happens everywhere, not just in the black community. There are a lot of racism on the white side as well as your other nationalities. So it's not just that. So I disagree with what he said.
That's why a lot of the white people are afraid, and I don't blame them.
Now we're going to get into a little bit more of the racism in this conversation.
How do y'all figure out who are the racist ones?
There
Who's
you go.
being racist and who's not?
Yes.
It's, to be honest with you, it's a matter of the opinion of the person taking it.
Well, my question, like, how do y'all know before y'all even hire a person whether they're not racist?
Well, trust me, there's a 4-hour psych exam we gotta go through. 4 hours.
So you don't
Psychological testing that we go through prior to being hired. So yeah, it's.
Now her question was, how do you know you're not hiring a racist person? And that's what he was trying to explain to her. There's a 4-hour psychological test that they have to go through before being hired. So right now she's already, in my book, saying that some officers are hired being racist from the very get-go.
There's still lots.
Again, these are just my opinions. They're not facts.
I was speeding, and I'll admit that I sped. Give me this ticket so I can move on.
If that's the case right there, she admits she was speeding, give her the ticket, then she should have complied with the officer from the very get-go and not started off arguments.
I felt like it was going to happen again, but the next time, who's to say I was going to be alive? What am I supposed to learn?
Austin American-Statesman reporter Tony Platsky uncovered this video and broke the story online within the past hour.
I'm here now with Breaion King and her attorney, Erica Grigg. How do you think this is changing your life?
I've had my professors reach out to me as well.
Okay. This is where, in my opinion only, her attorney is telling her, be sympathetic, cry, when you tell your story. But there's no tears. You can tell in her voice she's trying her best to be sympathetic, but there's no tears. And to me, this is part of an act for when it goes to court. That's only my opinion.
Well as my parents. I've had parents
See what I mean?
reach out to me, and for that I'm truly grateful.
Parents of some of the children
Some of
that you have taught in school.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Alright, we're going to fast forward a
Well, I
little
used
bit
to
more.
Google my name. It's HT.
Like I said, she's definitely a very educated woman, very smart. And what she does by helping the kids is remarkable. Give her applause for that. But she did handle the situation wrong. And yes, I agree, even the officer did. It goes both ways. Now we're going to find out a little bit about the next proceeding. Alright, there you go. Everything is still pending. The officer is back patrolling. I would like to know what your intake on this is. You can leave me a comment in the comment section of this video. If you think I've misread something, I would like to hear. Leave a comment. If you like what you see and hear on my channel, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Share it around. Until next time.